Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. The one I got for you here today, I have seen this thing at the rack stores countless times. Countless times. I smell it almost every time I go in there, but for whatever reason, I just never picked it up. But I finally did recently, wore it a couple times. So, without further ado, let's go over Araman, or Araman, however you pronounce that, Oxana Patchouli. So, obviously, you are going to find this in the women's section, and pretty much exclusively in the women's section, because it's a very feminine looking bottle. Really heavy bottle. Like, it's like a rock. But yeah, you're going to find this in the women's section. They got another one. It's a Baccarat Rouge clone. I forget what it's called. But this particular fragrance is a clone of Carolina Herrera's Nightfall Patchouli. Same color bottle and everything. The bottle looks totally different. The bottle of that one looks kind of more like Milestone's Forever Paradise. It's kind of got that shape. Or Moustache, or however you pronounce that. But yeah. So enough about the bottle. Atomizer lid isn't that heavy. It's metal, but it's not all that heavy. It's got like a little plastic in the center of it. And the atomizer itself is beautifully pressurized. Love that. So I can only go over this as a standalone fragrance, as I have not smelled Nightfall Patchouli, but what I can tell you with this is this has a lot of cinnamon in it. It's got a very oriental feel. It's cinnamon forward with other spices. There's patchouli in there. You definitely pick up on that rich patchouli. It's a real rich patchouli in this thing with that earthiness, like a little bit of earthiness. It's just dark, rich, somewhat sweet, hints of like an incense smokiness or something in there. There's also like tobacco in here or something. Mainly it's cinnamon, spice, forward, patchouli with tobacco in this. When it starts getting into the dry down, you know, when you start hitting like 30-minute mark and stuff and beyond, the spices start to take over a little bit more. It doesn't morph a whole lot, but it's not as rich. It's a little bit spicier come towards the dry down. The longevity on this is decent, if not a beast. I can see this thing honestly being a beast on a lot of people. I can see this being a 10 or 12 hour fragrance on a lot of people because it is not reserved. This thing it's pretty loud. It projects pretty good at first. And like I said, it's heavy, rich, dark, and it's almost got like a bit of like a creamy thing going on somehow. It's just the richness. It's how thick and rich it is, but being loud at the same time with those spices. So I can see this being a beast on some people. So when I say I get like 6 or 6.5 hours out of it, take it with a grain of salt, because that's just on me. It's probably a good performer on 90% of everybody out there. And like I said, it projects good for the first hour and a half or two. It's got some good projection, and you'll have your nice scent bubble for the duration of this thing. I could see this pulling in some compliments as well. This is a cool weather fragrance. It's great for the nighttime, nightfall. You know, this is a great night, cool evening kind of a fragrance. I know a lot of the northern states, it probably dips down around 50 degrees at night and stuff, so this will work for that. It doesn't have to be super cold, but a nighttime, chill in the air kind of a fragrance. This is good for that. It's unisex. It's totally unisex. Split right down the center, I would say. I would think this might lean slightly more mature. I don't think it's more masculine than it is feminine. I think both parties can enjoy this thing thoroughly. So, overall rating, I will give this a 7 out of 10. That's what's so weird why I haven't picked this thing up, because I really enjoyed it every single time that I smelled this thing. There's just something in that, the way they use the patchouli in this is almost the same way that Milestone uses it in Taxco, except that has a lot of violet leaf, but it just has that richness to it. This is a little bit darker though. This is a bit heavier and darker than Taxco. But yeah, 7 out of 10 because I can notch it up like maybe a half a point because of the performance. So scent profile alone is like a 6.5. It's a good smelling fragrance. If you see this in the women's section, check it out. Spray it on your skin. It'll probably be a little bit more spicy on your skin than it is in the air. But overall, this is a great pickup. I found this one at TJ Maxx for $17. They did a good job. It smells good. So that's my final thoughts on Araman Oxana Patchouli. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.